Hello everybody, welcome back to the channel. Got
Pit lane speed
a
limit is
different
30
race, something
miles
that
per
I
hour.
had
Your
not
exit is
planned on
clear.
running.
Watch the white line.
A lot of
Okay,
factors
Jake, we've got
combined
2
that
laps to set a
race did
decent
not
time.
work out the way that I wanted to, so kind of had to drive this to get something in the Rookie Legends Cup here at Oxford. Plans for week 11, going out for qualifying. Not going to be very quick. Haven't ever driven this car here before with this setup. I've obviously did the Advanced Legends race earlier this season here in this, but open setups tend to be a lot different. So trying to learn this on the fly in qualifying is obviously not a great idea. Literally have 0 laps. So just trying to compare it to what I think should do.
17.30.
7th overall, I think shifting is going to be the way to go. Can't make any adjustments at all to these. No steering offset, no brake bias, no nothing. So
That's the end of the session.
yeah,
7th position.
not very good. Second, car number 2 out of 12. Figured it would be that way, probably a lot of lower rated drivers, so certainly not going to be very good in that sense. At least on the inside, I was about 4/10 off. That's a lot to try to figure out. This is probably not going to go very well. Not going to be very good from a iRating standpoint, from a safety rating standpoint. Hopefully it'll be okay. I've tried to get a bunch of races, a couple different truck series runs, dirt street stock, a couple other things. It just has not gone well today. A lot of reasons not to show you guys what have happened. So just this is going to be me learning this on the fly. It's going to be me talking through a lot of driving ideas, trying to figure out what I want to do.
The air temp is
40 laps is not a ton, but it's enough to try to learn. We got one car backing up already. That's going to be fun.
Follow car number 7.
Being as efficient as you can. I do know being as efficient as you can on these is what matters. That's about, that's going to be the best way to try to save. These things eat right front tires up typically with these baseline setups. These tend to be really, really tight and they lean really hard on the right front. So it's a pretty stark contrast from what you have to run if you want to be fast in the open setup races. The open setup ones tend to be very, very loose to start, and then they'll become, a little less neutral or a little less tight, or really, really loose to start, a little less loose in the middle, and neutral to good by the end of the run. These are just going to start out as tight and only get worse. So I'm going to try to do the best I can to keep off of people. Try to just feel my way around. If somebody's faster, I'm probably just going to let them by. See if I can get anywhere near the top 3. Try to take advantage of starting on the inside. Like I said, I think it's going to be
okay, Jake.
Second gear through the corners, third gear through the straights.
Floor it.
Just got to try to figure out the shifting points, the braking, how to drive the thing into the corners. This first lap, at least here, going to be second gear since I wasn't quite up to the RPMs for shifting. Going to take advantage of that now. Just going to let the 5 in. No reason to contest that position that hard. Got to stay off of the curb. The curb will upset the car, even in these. Just got to figure out the right place to downshift into the corners. Can't take it too far out on the straightaways. That'll end up leaving with a really bad entry into the corners. You can see the front 2 or 3 are just gone. The 1 should easily be able to walk away with this race, even though they didn't qualify on the pole.
Just posted a 17.20.
I'm going to try to get to the inside of the 5 now into turn 3, see if I can pick up that spot. Trying to stay off of him.
Clear high.
Probably slowing down a bit too early into the corners, but trying to save as much as I can off the right front. This gearing just seems to be in a really weird spot. Like, second gear is just a little too short to use on the straightaways, whereas third gear is a bit too tall. Really almost not even touching the brakes. I'm just trying to downshift and use the engine RPMs to slow the car. Not sure if that's going to work or not. Upshifted to 4th like an idiot. Possibly could run there in the corner.
That's your best lap in this session.
Trying a little bit of a different shifting technique. Trying to see if we can close up at all on the 7. Not sure if we're going to be able to get there. think I need to slow it down a little bit sooner than what I had there that last lap. Again, I'm just literally trying different things, see what I can find out. I don't know, top 3 is possible. I can see we're catching the 7, catching the 6. I'm not sure if I'm burning tires up. I'm pulling away from the 5. Don't think I'm going to have anything for the 1 or the 2. They're running nose to tail. Only way I think I'd have anything for them is if they happen to make contact with each other.
P5.
Just got to work on the 7 first, see where he makes a mistake. Without knocking him out of the way, he's doing a pretty good job defending the bottom. If you can defend the bottom here, you can hold off a lot of people unless they want to put the bumper to you. It's definitely a 1-lane track through the corners, and it's all about just trying to capitalize on somebody's mistake. Kind of like that, where the 5 would have been behind me, he probably could have capitalized.
That last lap was
see, the 3 of us are all coming together. The 6, 7 hits the curb, he runs wide. If I wouldn't have hit it, that would have been my shot to get to his inside. Trying to run as close to that curb as I can without touching it. Still bumping it a little bit. I'm just trying to cut it as thin as I can. Bad exit that time out of turn 2, pushed it way too wide. It's really a 2-car race for the lead, and then we've got another 3-car race here for 3rd through 5th.
Lap times are pretty consistent.
Wow! Continue to clip the curb like an idiot. Gotta stay off of that if I want any shot at getting by the 7. Trying to pressure him, see if I can get him to make a mistake. He's probably not very worried because he's seen me make far more mistakes than he has. Part of your racing has been a lot better in this than I thought it would be, given that, you know, it's a rookie series. I don't plan on running this series. Like I said, it just literally was a timing issue for me for everything else. Really close to the 7, trying to stay off of him. I think he's fallen back from the 6 again. Not quite there to get to his inside. He swung out a bit wider. 6 clips the curb. You can see that should allow the 7 to get closer to him. I have to start using the brake just to get off of the 7. I want to get by these guys, but I'm not going to make any contact or banzai moves. Still clipping that curb a little bit. You can see how it hits the limiter if you stay in 2nd gear, so 6 clips the curb again. 7's going to try to get there, not quite there to be able to get inside of him. 7 really clips it that time. Not able to take advantage of it because it sent him to the inside of the track instead of up the track. Picked up the throttle a little too early there. I'm probably tearing the right front up right now. Still got plenty of time though, not to halfway, but obviously no shot for the 1 or the 2. They have just checked out. 2's 2 seconds ahead, or excuse me, the 1's 2 seconds ahead.
Lap time was
like I said, it's going to be a fight for 3rd place. 5's done a good job staying with us. He's about half a second back. Big gap back to the 4 behind. This battle continues like this. The 5 easily could join it. We could have a 4-car battle for 3rd through 6th. And then we might have to start thinking about doing something if I want to finish higher up. Just overdriving it right now. Gotta get back to smooth, easy driving. That's what allowed me to catch to both of them. That's what I gotta continue doing.
That was a 17.35.
Gotta wait a little bit longer to pick up the throttle. Tires are starting to wear. We're gonna be halfway done this time by 20 down, 20 to go. Trying to do the best I can to stay off of the curb. Wait a little bit longer on the throttle on exit.
Alright Jake, halfway home, fuel's good. That lap was at 17.27.
Big difference it's made now catching the 7.
Stay high, they're low.
All on top of the 7. I got nowhere to go. He's just doing a great job running the bottom, leaving me with no real options other than to get a little bit of a bump and run, which I'm trying to avoid doing. Trying to wait him out, see if he'll make a mistake. Got some laps to wait, but not going to have a ton if I want a shot at the 6. There was the chance. Again, I do the same thing, clip the curb. So could not take advantage of that. Overshoot 1 and 2. That's going to give him a good run off of 2 on the backstretch. Have to do the best I can to try to drive clean again, get back to him. I get the curb that time, really get myself loose. I'm trying way too hard right now. Just gotta come back smooth, easy. I started to watch it and backed off some, that's when I was actually catching them. So, again, you know, slow is fast. Just gotta focus on that. Would have been my shot had I been right there. He pushed way wide out of turn 2. Certainly catching him. He's making mistakes. Gotta try to find a way to take advantage of that. 6 is actually starting to catch back up.
Low side, you got one. They're on the inside.
We got the 8 who's 8 lap down up ahead. Not sure if that's going to cause a factor for the 6 and bring us back to him or not. I feel like I've got the pace to be able to run by the 6 and the 7. I've just got to be able to find a way around the 7 to start. Car's getting really tight. I'm leaning on the right front really bad.
Coming up
working by
side.
the 8.
Inside's clear. Coming up on your
Overshot 3 really bad.
Clear up high.
Start using the brake to get the car slowed down a little bit since I've torn up the right front. It's so much wheel in this thing, just absolutely shredding the right front tire apart. I've not been kind to this car at all in this race.
You've just
We're
done
coming up to start lap 30 next time
17.68.
by, so getting close to the closing stages of the race. Just overdriving this thing so bad. Go up the curb again too much. Able to keep it saved. I think the difference is, since these setups are pretty tight, when you do get the curb, you can generally save it, whereas in an open one, if you get the curb, you're going to be losing it. Just got to do my best to know my limits, stay just off of the curb. See the 7 constantly getting it. That would have been the shot to try to get it. And he finally loses it, so able to get by him, waited him out. Now it's time to set the marks on the 6. The 5 through all that has been doing a good job saving tires, able to get there. We're going to have to deal with him. Not sure if the 7 and him are going to have a side-by-side battle. We'll watch that unfold behind as they are side-by-side off of turn 2 down the backstretch. It's going to help me try to check away from them, try to get to the 6. Got 8 to go this time by. And half a second to make up.
Your last lap time was at 17.80.
Now's the chance to see if I really was going to be faster than the 6 or not, or if it was just the 6 was not driving as fast. Closed up a 10th that time by. Looks like we do have the pace. The 6 obviously made the mistake there coming out of turn 4. But we're definitely catching them. I'm still making the curb mistake again. So did he, though. He pushes way wide there. Not quite close enough to be able to take advantage of that, but if he does it again, I think I should be close enough to try to get to him. Just waiting on the throttle to not push quite as wide out in the straightaway. Kind of came in at a bad angle there into turn 3. Trying to stay as close to him as I can.
That last lap was
got 5 to go this time.
17.92.
Trying to stay off of him. 7 was able to get by the 5. We'll see if the 7's able to catch back up, with the 6 being a little bit slower and holding me up. Again, I'm going to really try to avoid having to do a bump and run. No reason in a rookie race to be doing that. That one spot's not going to be worth that much to me.
Okay, Jake. Your lap times are pretty consistent.
At least giving you guys a fairly entertaining race. I know this is a big difference from how that late model race was. Could be in danger of potentially losing a spot to the 7 if he decides to get aggressive at all. See what happens. 6 is starting to pull away. I've shredded the right front up. Be coming up on the 8 car again. 2 to go.
18.
No shot unless the 6 really makes a big mistake. If I wouldn't have done terrible driving, could have been there to take advantage of that. Got to his inside. The way we're catching the 8 car, the white flag, don't think we're going to be able to get there. Not going to be able to look to the inside of the 6 the way I wanted to. Get into him, try to keep him going the right way.
Coming up on the inside. Inside's clear.
He slowed down a little bit more than I thought he would, so tried to stay off of him. He's just really slow through the corner. He's defending the bottom like he needs to, but not going to get there, so it's going to be a 4th place finish.
P4. Okay,
yeah, not bad overall. for me not knowing, I didn't think I'd be able to do what I did. Obviously, it was nowhere near the pace of the 2 or the 1. Yeah, that was interesting for sure. See how bad I shredded the right front. Yeah, the 3. Excuse me, it was the 3. I was the 2. Duh. 64. Yeah, I knew I was just absolutely destroying that right front tire. That's why that thing would not turn. It was just it was gone. So certainly better ways to drive it. Don't do what I did from that sense. So let's take a look at the results, see how bad everything is. iRating will have dropped significantly. If I'm above 2600, I'm going to be really surprised. It's not been good lately. So let's see. Top split of 5, actually pretty strong, 1898. So for being the car number 2, that's not terrible. Really actually wasn't all that fast, all that far off of fast lap. You can see the 6 actually turned the fastest lap of the race, and I was just about 6/10 off of him, a little over 6/10. The big difference there was I was having to push so hard to try to get by the 7, that I was just wearing that right front out really bad, driving it in too deep and everything. So these guys, were able to run a little bit faster, but they were just pulling away on the back end because they were so much better on the tires. So tried to do the best I could to stay off of everybody. I didn't want any incident points. Didn't want to, use the bumper for a rookie series race. That's not how I want to drive at all. So able to gain 18 iRating, just fell quite a bit. So just 2667 now. Gonna keep trying to get that back up. I would love to see if I could get to 3000 before the end of this season, and able to gain a little bit of safety rating back, just back under the 2.5. I've been bouncing around that the whole time, so hopefully can get a lot more cleaner races in, and be able to grind that up a little bit more. So hopefully you guys enjoyed that. Like I said, it's not something I plan on doing, but it's just something a little bit different to do for this time. Feel free to leave any driving comments if you guys have run this with this setup. Hopefully you guys enjoyed that. We were around cars almost the entire time. It was close racing. I tried to be as respectful and as clean as I could. So tried to get a little bit different than, some of the races I've had lately. Short track racing bumps and runs obviously can happen, but that's not what I wanted to do in this point. Just wanted to get a good race and see what I could do, and give you guys something fun to watch. So hopefully going to get back to a little bit of normalcy after this one, get you guys a couple other things you're used to seeing, and hopefully those will be good. Feel free to leave any feedback just in general, not just for this. I'd love to hear from you guys in any form, and stay tuned for more races. And until the next one, hopefully all your laps are fast, your races are clean, and your finishes are good. Thanks for watching.